What's up YouTube, it is Essa here and welcome to the final episode of our career mode series for this season with Swansea City. Wow, it has gone fast. We have already reached the final episode for this season, and I'm just going to show you how our next four fixtures look. We got Chelsea, Manchester City, Man United and then Fulham to round off the season, so a pretty hard fixtures there to round off the season. And the big problem is, as you can see, we're on 31 points and Wigan on 26 points, so there still is actually a chance of us getting relegated. So obviously we do need to still kind of perform to try and get the points. And as you can see, we do first have a tough fixture against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, and in the last match I really did struggle with Chelsea on the counter-attack, with the players like Mata, Hazard, Torres. I really did struggle with kind of the pace, so I was kind of wary of that in this game. And as you can see, I did have quite a good start here, Pablo Hernandez, but Petr Cech, what a goalkeeper, he made some very good saves there, that being one of them. And as you can see, Chelsea did have their chances of their own as well, but thankfully Vorm was playing just as well as Petr Cech. And in the first half, it wasn't the most entertaining half. It was a pretty quiet half, and it did finish 0-0. And in the second half, I must say there was a little bit more chances. Chelsea getting most of them. As you can see, they do score a goal here. Ramirez in the 58th minute. I do get a little bit unfortunate there with my defender, Sakura, going in to block the shot, but unfortunately it just bounces off to Ramirez, and he finishes off well to give Chelsea the lead of 1-0, which is very unfortunate because I was playing very well in this match. My passing was well, and I was actually defending well. That was just one of my mistakes to cause a Ramirez goal. But then I do hit back here with Leon Britton in the 77th minute. As you can see, the first touch helping him there just to get in front of Terry, and he finishes it well to make the score 1-0 between Chelsea and Swansea City. So the score was 1-0, and as I have been doing all season, straight after the kick-off, Chelsea putting a through ball to Fernando Torres, and he finishes it off to give Chelsea the lead. I was so pissed off after the goal because, you know, I've been doing that all season, and I knew what was going to happen there, and I was like, oh, okay, I gotta defend this. But as you can see, poor defending from me, and Chelsea do go in through here and score right after I did, which obviously has become a big problem for me this season. But thankfully for me, after that loss, there wasn't any problems in terms of relegation because Wigan stayed on the same points, so it wasn't any problems there. But we still can't get relegated, which is obviously the problem, and we still do have two hard games. Our first one was against Manchester City. We do have some unfortunate news there. Sakura getting injured in training, so we'd have to replace him with Taylor in that left back position. So we do have a game against Manchester City here, and the last match at the Emirates Stadium did not go down too well because Manchester City absolutely annihilated my defence, and they showed their strength in attack in the early minutes of the game. As you can see, poor defending. Shouldn't have really let Nasri in the middle of the box there to get that much space. But yeah, poor defending. If you do that to Manchester City, they will punish you, and they did so there. And the way it went ahead there, but they could have gone ahead, could have extended the lead there, but thankfully the defender got in the way. And with a brilliant counter-attack here, Dyer putting in a brilliant ball to Graham, and what a shot that is from Danny Graham to the near post, and from that angle it took a good shot to beat a goalkeeper of Joe Hart, and he did so there, as he has been doing all season. And it was another goal to Daniel Graham's list, but unfortunately in the 28th minute I do get a little bit unfortunate there with a header bouncing off straight to Aguero, but he does finish it well. And it was also a case of poor defending from me. I should have dealt with that more easily, but unfortunately it gave Manchester City the lead of 2-1. But then just minutes later after that goal, Danny Graham gets his second goal of the game. Another brilliant finish from him, just strolls around the defender, and a very good finish right into the bottom right corner. Joe Hart just couldn't reach that one, and that made the score 2-2. So it was all going good with 2-2. But then right before half-time, Manchester City do get a brilliant chance here with David Silva, who does just try and hits it at Vorm. But unfortunately again, Vorm makes a good save, but as it has been happening all season, he makes a good save and it just rebounds straight to their player, and they did take the lead from there. So that gave Manchester City the lead of 3-2. And as you can see, I could have equalised there. Daniel Graham on his left foot could have got his hat-trick, but unfortunately that shot just went wide of the target, and I had a brilliant chance here with Pablo Hernandez, but Joe Hart showing what a class goalkeeper he is. And in the second half, I did have most of the chances. I should have really been 3-all, but unfortunately I just couldn't take my chances. And whenever I got to the box, I just kind of messed up, and I just couldn't find that opening to get that goal, and I was really struggling up front as Manchester City defending, and the defence looked really solid. So it did finish 3-2 to Manchester City, a very disappointing result. But when I got back, had a look at the table, there wasn't any problems because Wigan were still on 26 points. So the table did stay the same. So there wasn't any problems there with relegation, but we still could get relegated. We just had to get past this match. If nothing happened in this match, then obviously we won't get relegated. But it was a tough match against Manchester United at Old Trafford, so a very tough game. And as you can see, Manchester United, do have a very good start there with Hernandez testing up warm, but he did save well from the early minutes of the game. But then Manchester United, it's only a matter of time before they took the lead, and they did so there with Hernandez getting the goal. Obviously poor defending there again from me. I should have dealt with that more better there, just heading it out straight to the player, and Hernandez did finish it well. And I must say my defending was so poor this match. As you can see, I just gave him way too much space here to Rooney, but he just couldn't finish that one off. His shot going well wide of the target, and at the half-time whistle it did finish 1-0 to Manchester United. And straight after the half-time whistle, Darren Fletcher with a very good finish there. I was quite surprised of that finish. Normally they try and just shoot straight away. That's the reason why I took up warm. But it was quite a good finish from Fletcher there, and that gave him a well-deserved 2-0 lead. And they did extend that lead in the 70th minute here. Nearly extend that lead with Van Persie here in the 70th minute. But Warm saved well, and as you can see, they just hit the post there as well. So I was very lucky with Manchester United missing chances left, right, and centre in the second half. But they did finally get the goal they deserve. As you can see, very poor defended from me. I just let Rooney skill and go on my defenders way too easily. And they did extend their lead to a very big 3-0. And I did have a good chance here, but as you can see, I just couldn't take my chances. And I didn't have, to be honest, I didn't have very many clear chances. I couldn't really get into their box and take a very good chance. I just had to kind of shoot outside the box. And as you can see, they did grab another goal there, and it did finish 4-0 to Manchester United. A very poor performance from me. That was probably my worst performance in a while, because my defending was absolutely atrocious. My marking was absolutely terrible. But I had some very good news when I got back. Wigan Athletic were still on 26 points, which meant we were safe and we were going to stay in the Premier League next season, which was very good news. And we were on in a good what's the word I'm looking for? In a good mood, I guess, against Fulham. As we went into that final game, we were, if it obviously could have been worse if we were relegated and going to our final game. So this was our final game against Fulham. We do start well here, as you can see, causing nearly making a goal there, but unfortunately it just went wide to the target. And then Dyer, look at his pace, absolutely brilliant. And one-on-one, you would fancy Dyer because he has been taking his chances, but unfortunately he did kind of scuff that shot into the goalkeeper, and it was, at the end of it, easy save. But right before half-time, a brilliant cross by Pablo Hernandez from the wing, and Dyer finished it well to get his first goal of the game, and our first goal of the game, which gave us a, I don't know, it wasn't very deserved 1-0 lead, but we'll take it, because that was probably the first time we've ever took the lead in a long time in a game. And we do almost extend that lead with Dyer, but as you can see, the Fulham goalkeeper was saving well. And as you can see, we have another good chance there with Daniel Graham. What a shot! But unfortunately, it did just come off the bar, and it didn't, unfortunately for us, end up at the back of the net. But right after that, we do receive our first red card of the season in our last game of the season. As you can see, Williams going in with a wild tackle, and after that, it was just all Fulham. Obviously, I just didn't really bother changing any defender because it wouldn't have mattered anyway. And after that, Fulham were just all over me. They were missing chances. Nearly every attack they went on. As you can see, I did give the ball to them a few times with some mistakes from me. But the score did finish 1-0 to Swansea City, so we did end the season on a high. Thankfully, did end the season on a win, but unfortunately, it didn't really make any difference because we did stay in the same position we did in the league, and that was our final game of the season. So I don't know why they're celebrating there. I guess they're celebrating because our target was to kind of avoid relegation, which is obviously stupid because a team like Swansea should be doing a lot better than that. But I guess we met our target. Well, the board target, but obviously my target was to finish top 10, which we didn't get anywhere near. As you can see there, the man to celebrate, and I really do like those new cutscenes. Make it sound a lot more, make it look a lot more realistic. I really do like those new cutscenes. And when we returned, we obviously had at the end of the season we had new player contracts expiring, which obviously I did renew. Obviously we have about, I think it was about 4 or 5 contracts which we had to renew, and obviously I did renew all of them. So overall, obviously, has been a very disappointing season. And I think the main point or area, I guess, where we've struggled is kind of in the lower league teams, where we should have been grabbing points off, but we didn't. Obviously, going back to the video there, Michu saying that he wants more wages, which I'm not going to really bother with yet because I'll deal with that all next season, because obviously we'll have more higher wages then. But as you can see, we have our end season option there, which we do, and that is the end of the season. As you can see, we have a message from here from Swansea board. Said we have a super season. I don't know what season they were watching, but I guess we did, according to them, as we did meet our targets. And as you can see, Swansea board aren't very happy with our domestic cup season this season. So it was a very disappointing cup season, because I think we went out the FA Cup and Capital One Cup both in the second round, so that was very disappointing. And for next season, hopefully we can do a lot better. Hopefully we can play a lot better. But I guess it's not really about uploading videos on YouTube, career mode videos on YouTube. It's not really about how good you do. It's about the entertainment, and I hope I've given you guys that this season. I am going to take a little break now, a few days off career mode videos. I'm going to try and upload more head-to-head, and I might do an Ultimate Team Race to Division 1 as well. So tell me, guys, if you want to see that. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed our first season. I promise you guys we will do better next season as well. So I'll see you guys in season 2. Thanks for watching.